Have you ever been confused by all the different cabin category choices you have with Celebrity Cruises? Well, this video is for you to help you decipher exactly what would be the perfect room for your cruise. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, Rob from Cruise Seekers, and today we are going to talk about everything you need to know to decide what cabin category you want to be in when you're on a celebrity cruise. But until we get into all the different details, I want to thank everybody who has become a member of this Cruise Seekers community. Thank you so much for doing it. It's so appreciated. We love you folks. And if you have not become one just yet, hey, think about subscribing, turn that notification bell on. We would love to have you as part of the crew. And until you do that, we're going to keep on pestering you. So remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell on. And when you're down there, hit that like button. It really does help that YouTube algorithm. It does help other people find this great channel. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about everything you need to know about all the different cabin categories on celebrity ships. So basically, with the cabins on celebrity cruises, you're going to have 4 different classes of cabins. You're going to have your insights, your ocean views, your veranda class, and your suite class. Each one of those have a specific thing about them, and they're pretty heavily descriptive. You could probably understand this. Most people who cruise understand the difference between each one of these classes. Of course, insights, no window. It's a dark room, but it is going to get you on the ship for the cheapest price possible. The next one is your ocean views. Those are picture windows. You're not going to have any ability to get to the outside from that cabin. It's not going to be able to open up that window or anything along those lines. That's your ocean views. Your verandas are where you're going to have that indoor, outdoor living type of situation. And of course, your suites is your elevated experience. And all suites always come with a balcony. So first, let's talk about the easiest one of them all, the inside staterooms. The inside staterooms do not have any subclasses. It's just basically your inside cabins, and then you have descriptions about that inside cabin. There's 3 descriptive categories. Those descriptive categories are standard, prime, and deluxe. Basically, what that means is standard is going to be your forward and your aft type of inside cabins, something above or below a public area. It's not going to be in the best location of the ship. It's the reason why it's called standard. Prime is going to be more midship. It's going to be avoiding those public areas. But again, it's going to be the same exact room as your standard, just in a better location. Finally, deluxe. Deluxe usually means, on most of the times, is that you're going to have a bigger room. The bigger room in this case is you're going to basically maybe have a sofa in, say, an edge class ship, or you're going to have, maybe an additional chair, something along those lines. The room is going to be a little bit bigger. Now with deluxe, you could be forward or aft, but they are usually always in better locations versus, say, the standard insides as a whole. But the big thing is, when you get a deluxe, you're getting a bigger room. Now let's talk about the next easiest one to understand. Those are your standard ocean views. Ocean view cabins have your standard and your prime and your deluxe, just like the insides. You're going to have one additional subcategory to worry about for edge class ships, and those are called panoramic. So, basically it's the same situation here with the ocean views as it was in the insides. The ocean view standards are going to be either aft or forward. They're going to be under some, maybe louder areas or above some louder areas. So just so you know, that's what you're going to get with the standard. The primes are going to be in better locations, more midships, maybe in quieter locations as well. The interesting thing to know too is on the Millennium class ships, the prime ocean views will also get you the forward facing ocean views on those ships, which is a nice location. They are not going to be in the bowels of the ship. So understand that with those Millennium class ships. But that's not the case with the Solstice class ships or the Edge class ships. If you want those ocean view cabins in the front of the ships, you're going to have to book a deluxe ocean view. That's basically what those means. They're bigger rooms on those 2 categories of ships, so therefore they have their own subcategory here as well. And finally, on those edge class ships, you're going to have the panoramic ocean views. The panoramic ocean views look very, very similar to those edge staterooms with the infinite verandas. The only difference is that this window does not open. It looks identical, but the window doesn't open like a infinite veranda's window would. So let's talk about the most complicated cabin classification of them all, and that's the veranda. The veranda has 3 subclasses. You have your standard verandas, and then you have your concierge, and then you have your aqua class. Aqua class gets you access to blue and the Persian gardens or the thermal suites on the edge class ships. The concierge gets you some layered amenities, some little nice things here and there, but the big reason most people book them is to get the extra bonus points for your loyalty tree adventures in Celebrity Cruise parlance, so you can go up that loyalty tree faster. And then you got basically now all your subcategories for these 3 different subclasses. It just gets really crazy. Let's talk about these descriptive subcategories. The first one you're going to want to need to know about is your partial views. Those partial views means that you're going to have some sort of obstruction by your balcony, whether it be a lifeboat or ship infrastructure. Something is going to block your view no matter what. That's what that partial view means. To get to understand exactly what that obstruction is, definitely talk to your travel advisor, talk to your travel provider. They will let you know what the obstruction is. Also, you can maybe even hunt around on the internet and see a picture of your exact room so you can know what your obstruction is. Always think about that when you look at that subcategory. Now, the other ones, the basic ones, right? Standard, prime. Standard, prime basically means location. Standards are going to be forward or aft, a little bit lower. Primes are going to be more midship, higher level, decks that you're going to get. But that's what that subcategory means. Now, here's some other interesting ones that you're going to see in verandas. You're going to see a deluxe veranda. Deluxe veranda, what that means is you're going to get a bigger veranda, bigger outside living area. It's usually around the bump outs. You might also see a solo veranda, or sometimes you might see a studio veranda. That's what that means for a single person in the room. That's basically a studio cabin for solo travelers. It's a great option for some people who are trying to avoid solo supplements and get a good rate as a single traveler. And then finally, you have your sunset verandas. Those are your aft-facing verandas that are looking at the back of the ship. Some people really covet these locations, and you also might get an extended balcony on certain ships. The class ships, for example, your sunset verandas do have extended balconies as well. Now, there's a little bit of an outlier kind of tweener cabin in this veranda. It's called the Ultra Deluxe Verandas. It's on a few Solstice class ships. These are sort of almost like suites, but they don't get the suite amenity if you're booking them as Ultra Deluxe Verandas. On other ships, they are suites. They're known as Horizon Suites. So depending upon the ship that you're on, it's the same location of the room, but you're going to get a different set of amenities when you book that. But these are the biggest veranda class rooms that you'll find, and they're on the Solstice class ships, and they are very highly coveted because it's a pretty darn good price for these giant rooms, and there's not many of them on the ship. So now let's talk a little bit about the suites. I'm going to get these suites done pretty quick. I'm not going to get involved in each and every suite and what comes with this suite and what comes with that suite. I'm going to just say, you got upper suites and lower suites. Your upper suites are going to get you some additional amenities over and on top of what you normally get with the retreat, such as free unlimited specialty dining, access to the Persian gardens, or the thermal suite on the Edge class ships. You get that automatically with your upper suite. With your lower suite, you don't get those two things. You don't get the free unlimited specialty dining. You don't get access to the spa. You just don't get it unless you happen to book a lower suite that has the designation Aqua Class on there, such as the Aqua Sky suites. Then you'll get access to the Persian gardens as well as the thermal suite on Edge class ships. So that's pretty much the major difference. Talk to your travel advisor about your suite that you're looking at. He'll let you know, or she'll let you know if it's an upper level suite or a lower level suite, and let you know of all the different amenities that come with it. It really depends upon how you want to cruise, what kind of cruise experience, what kind of room configuration you need for your suite. They can then find the exact right suite that you need and let you know of the amenities that you get with it. So there you go, folks. That is our video about the different cabin categories you can find on Celebrity Cruises. I hope this will make your selection of a cabin that much easier when you decide to cruise on Celebrity. If you enjoyed this video, hey, give it a big thumbs up. It does help that YouTube algorithm. It does help this community grow, and it does help other people find this video to help them make a good decision when they're choosing a cabin on Celebrity Cruises. And if you have not become a member of the Cruise Seekers community just yet, and you're still hanging around, hey, think about subscribing, turn that notification bell on. We would love to have you here as a member of the Cruise Seekers crew. Leave a comment down below. Let us know about what is your favorite cabin category. Why do you like it? Which cabin category do you say stay away from? What are some of the tips that you give people for choosing a cabin? We would love to hear from you folks down in the comment section. We love the comments, and we try to engage with each and every one of you. So until we talk again next time, this is Rob from Cruise Seekers, reminding each and every one of you to always seek the seas. Bye now.